welcome back to our channel.
Cooking,
Crafting,
and
creating chaos.
welcome. It's been a while.
I'm Katie, just in case you forgot since we've been MIA.
I'm Stacy.
And we're going to plant tonight because...
It's garden time.
Yeah. I know you're probably like, oh my god, it's still too cold for garden. Not here, it's not.
No, where we live in the deep south, we should have had these planted and our seedlings ready to go in probably the end of this month, beginning of next. But as you know, we haven't had videos out for a while because we've had illness and a few deaths and
one thing after another, basically. You know, when it rains, it pours.
but some exciting news. We did film once since this video, but we have a brand new camera. We forgot to turn the sound on, and then when we tried to pull it from the camera, we deleted it. So,
And I only had like a 3-minute clip from them, and it was me trying to figure out how to pause the video, and there wasn't actually anything on there. And the clip that we did have of us doing something had no sound at all. So hopefully this time there's a green light on the microphone now, and there's a microphone icon on our viewfinder. So hopefully, pray to the Lord Jesus that everything has gone well. So,
we have some updates. We have purchased land up north, so hopefully one day we're building.
yes.
So hopefully one day in the future we will eventually move there and we'll have a homestead and we'll have more videos based on animals, gardening, stuff.
Like, I'm learning to crochet, and I've been making crocheted washcloths, which are, I don't know necessarily if it'd be a more sustainable thing, because, you know, washcloths are washcloths. But it's fun, and when I get some done, I'll show you guys.
But anyways, we love to garden. Even though we live in the city, we have a nice sized yard.
We do a garden every year.
My husband, no matter where we lived, he's always built us a huge garden. Well, this one's not huge, but a fairly good sized garden spot to plant our veggies and flowers. This year, I normally order from Baker Creek. As you can see, these are all of our seed books. But I got on a homesteading website that I'm a member of and kind of took a poll, and
backwards.
Of course Baker Creek was #1. Last year I ordered from Gurney's.
It didn't do
It wasn't that it was awful, it just didn't do real well. The only thing that really did well was okra, and I feel like you can get okra from anywhere and it'll do well.
We had so much okra that we have like 8, no. Not 8.
We still have okra growing from last summer. Let's just put it that way.
We have gallon-sized Ziploc bags in the freezer. Like, we have so much okra, we don't know what to do with it. Our chickens got sick of it.
Once we get, we're going to go out and film us actually cleaning out the garden from last year, adding some fresh soil, and you'll see the okra is still growing.
In my flower and herb garden area that I got to clean out some old herbage to put new in, and I went a little crazy at the end of last planting season when all the seeds went on sale. This is only a portion of the flower seeds I got.
We still have flour. We still have seeds. You know, you hear how to store your seeds. I prefer to put mine in the freezer. I don't know if it does anything. I don't know if it preserves them. I don't know what it does, but anywho, I've done it every year since I can think of. But this year I ordered from Johnny Seeds, Select Seeds. I got my order very quickly. They had great customer service. So we're going to see how these do. I've never planted these. They had a lot of recommendations. So we're going to plant them tonight, and I will show you how they do.
I keep smelling the soil, and I forget that I have a bowl of soil here, and I'm like, what is that smell?
I have like 8 books here of different seed companies, and I just couldn't decide. So when I went on to the homesteading group, of course Baker Creek was #1, but I've used Baker Creek. They're a wonderful seed company. But I wanted to try something new. I didn't want Gurney's again because I did Gurney's last night. See, you're making me mess up because you're being mean.
How am I being
last
mean?
year. So anyways.
So I'm fixing to get a lot of flack from my mother, who apparently thinks I should just give up on my dream of having a big, luscious lavender field in my yard. I have one lavender plant that somehow, by the grace of God, has not died on me and produces and has done well, knock on wood. Oh, thank God, that didn't set the dogs off.
And it's pretty. It's really pretty. It's
I
doing
have
really
bought
well.
lavender. I have tried to plant lavender in the last couple of years. Dies on me every time right before it blooms. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I do the same exact thing I do with my other lavender plant. But I'm not giving up. I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to have tons of lavender, and you can't stop me. So, I got lavender. It is Lavender True, and I just grabbed this at Walmart. It's Fairy Morse. Used for dried poopery. And it's just a pack of lavender. And she's over there making faces because she knows it's probably going to die, and she's probably right. And I'm going to be like, oh my God, why is it dead? But I'm going to do it anyway.
When we go do our grand garden tour, I'll show you how many empty pots we have that were full of lavender at one time.
I don't talk smack when your questionable tomato plants die because no one in this house likes tomatoes but you. And I'm not like, oh my God, you're trying another tomato plant. Why don't you just give up on your dreams of having luscious tomato plants?
Well, look, Johnny Select Seeds is an employee-owned company. So that means they take pride in what they send out. So I have faith that this is going to be a fantastic garden this year, and that I'm going to have so much. My dream is to have such a large garden that provides so much that I can share with neighbors, churches,
sugar snaps, snap peas.
Ew, cat food.
Gotta love cats, right?
Anything.
Not really.
Or anything. See, I can't even talk. All right, let's get the show on the road. Let's get this
going. Your little pods are over there. They were taking up room.
I am going to step away for one moment. I've been painting today. I don't know if you could see the paint all over me.
I think she gets more on herself than she does the girls.
I am going to step away because I want to. Because I'm going to grab some water.
She's retiring from this channel, and it's just.
It was nice being with y'all, but I can't tolerate these conditions any longer. Get out.
Okay, so let me separate. I got these. It's a set of 12 little pots from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to use those to start my flowers in. And most of these I have never planted in my life, but they're pretty, and I want to have big, pretty flowers in my garden. And I want to just have a really nice garden. Just really big, floofy garden. So now I got to figure out which ones I want to start with. I think we'll save lavender. Verbena, delphinium. I have a lot of things. I think I want to start with my snapdragons. Never planted snapdragons. Think they're great. Dwarf Magic Carpet Mixed Colors. Okay. I think I got these at Wally World too. Okay, so 10 to 14 days germinate, 1/8 of an inch sowing depth, 9 inches, 6 inches growing height. So outdoor, sunny, well, I'll put them out tomorrow.
I am going to be using this. I usually use the Jiffy pots. You just put the seeds in, you plant them, and then you put it in the ground, and it's biodegradable. It just goes into your soil. This year, I am using the Jiffy Professional Greenhouse. It grows 72 plants. So we're going to see how this does. It says start seeds and save. So we are going to try this bad boy. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, because I don't want to clean up a whole lot of dirt, I went and got it's a lid. Because I forgot, there's holes in the bottom of these.
So what are you planting?
I'm starting with my snapdragons.
She's going to do them snapdragons, and I am going to be doing certified organic sugar snap peas. This has the little pods. I'm sure if you've gardened, you've used these before. All you do is put your seeds in there, put a little water, it swells up. and voila. So what I normally do, if they're big seeds,
these are tiny, so just gonna kind of
tiny. I just kind of go with it, and I might put
we
2
can't
or 3.
really, like these are like,
yeah, I would put just whatever I could in there. But these that I have here, they're fairly large. I'll probably put 2 per pod is kind of my go-to. 2 per pod. 2 per pod. So until Katie was like, I don't know, last year old.
I didn't get to help in the garden or touch anything until I was like 18, and even then it was like, you can't touch this, only touch that.
So my thing is, gardening is like my therapy. I love to do it. It relaxes me. I take pride in it. So it was kind of like, it's my thing. And I know that's selfish. I should have my daughter out there learning and all of that. But she got to watch.
It wasn't until last year that she actually let me plant vegetables with her.
I like to do it my way, or the highway.
I'm going to do some Nostradium.
I enjoy it. Just like I said, it was my time to have for myself. So I've got all kinds of stuff here. I bought, you name it, I bought it. I bought cucumbers. We have bell peppers. We have summer squash.
She told me I couldn't buy any more flower seeds. Can you believe that? How rude.
These are Grand Marshalls tomatoes. I've never grown those before. This is Rainbow Sprinkle Mix for microgreens. I don't know if y'all have ever looked into those, but they're supposed to be super healthy. This one is microgreens chard and beet.
To get
pea, squash, corn. I can pretty much tell by looking at the seed, but these are bell peppers, cucumber,
I don't know if you can hear that clicking in the background. That would be my dog throwing a fit because I didn't immediately open the back door for him.
And these are Marshall tomatoes.
So he's upset with me having a cow back there.
The next thing I'm going to plant is going to be our heirloom tomato collection. Our favorite heirlooms in one collection includes one packet, 40 seeds of each. And I told you earlier, Brandywine, Striped German, Cherokee Purple, and Amish paste.
And I'm doing columbines.
So apparently the Amish people really like these. That make a really good, I was reading about them, and they make a really good, they use them for tomato-based sauces and for curry.
You would never
like
use
tomato paste. Some tomatoes don't make
sauces.
a good tomato paste, Katiana.
Look, I would never have guessed to use tomatoes for a tomato-based sauce. It would have just blew my mind.
I don't like her.
You love me.
So the first one I am going to plant is the Amish paste. And I'm guessing, from what I read, that's why they named it that, because, I don't know, because it makes good tomato paste.
purse swing.
Yeah.
Elbows up. Let's go.
But then I realized I had to come back to reality, and I could see straight, and I was like, no, that's my sister, my best friend. I can't do that.
We rode with her, so we kind of wanted her to go home.
So, bless her heart, the sweetest friend ever. She sat on the floor, and we went through hundreds of packages of seeds until we found one more package of the sweet corn. She would have shared with me. I know she would, because I would have her. Okay, so last year, I think it was last year. No, it was the year before last.
And I might do more than one pot of each. Sorry.
Me and my best friend and our spouses went to...
She's my friend, too.
Went to Oklahoma to a family barbecue. And anyways, her and I, we were way out in the country. And we were driving into town, and on the side of the road, there was people with the truck, and they had it full of watermelons and squash and tomatoes and corn. And so we pulled over, thought, hey, we could take some of this to the barbecue. So when we pulled over, the lady said, you guys need to try this corn. And we're just kind of looking at her like, okay, well, it ain't cooked. It's just right there. And, you know, I mean, I've had raw corn. I mean, it's no big deal, but it just is corn. So
now I love corn. When I was little, I survived for like 2 months, and all they could get me to eat was corn and chicken nuggets. So
we were like, okay. So she hands us this corn on the cob, and we pull the husk down, and she gets on one end, I get on the other, and we start eating it. And
like the scene from Lady and the Tramp, but with corn.
And it was the absolute best corn I have ever put in my mouth. You didn't need to cook this corn. It was so good. It was called Peaches and Cream Hybrid, okay?
So they ended up buying some to bring to said family.
We bought a whole bunch, and it was pretty funny because while we were standing there eating it, this lady walked up and she was staring at us, and there was one part of the corn we hadn't touched yet, and you know, and if I would have been a stranger and somebody handed me a corn on the cob that they've been eating off of, I would have been like, nah, that's okay, because I'm a germaphobe. We said, you want to try? And she said, well, if it's that good, yeah. So she finished eating that corn off of that cob. So we became 3, I guess, saliva sisters at that moment. And she ended up buying a ton of corn too. But anyways, when we were speaking to the lady, she says grown in Missouri. And that's pretty much all she could tell us, that they grow it in Missouri and that she gets it and brings it to Oklahoma. So last spring, Katie and I and my friend Leslie that we're talking about, she's on a video. Anyways, we were at Walmart just looking at the end of the season seeds, and guess what we found? We found peaches and cream hybrid corn.
I just planted hollyhocks, and I have butterfly plant in that last one. And I want you to know, we found one, and of course it was all like unorganized and out of order and everything. We sat on the floor of Walmart. I know, really gross, right? Until we found another pack, so we both had one.
Yeah, because she found it first. Leslie found it. She's like, look what I have, and you know. Alright guys, this is what the plants look like. Once you let the pods swell up, you put some water in them, you put your seeds. I forgot to do that first, so we had to let them swell up and replant. Yeah, that really happened. Our camera died, so we are back to the old-fashioned cell phone. Anywho,
we've been planning this since last year, and super excited to see what it happens, and we'll do some vlogging when we go to our local nurseries and see what they have in store and see what they got.
Did you water your flowers? Your flowers. Did you water your flowers?
No, but thank you for reminding me, because I need to water them.
Anywho,
but I gotta put them on a tray first.
We will show you the progress when they start coming up, and when we plant them, when we clean out the garden. We're just glad to be back.
We'll make sure the camera's really charged for that.
Please like and share and subscribe. We would really appreciate it. And if you have any comments, please leave them down below.
Yep.
Have a good night.